This day last year, October 20th, a game called Spider-Man 2 released. With this release, we were promised 19 inches of Venom. Now, when I played the game, I made a whole series on it, and I promised you guys a trophy video. Obviously, I lied. Kinda. You see, I intend to do that. But not only that, I intend to 600% the game. Now, if any of you have been living under a rock, or you're just mentally slow, then let me tell you, 600%ing is platinuming the game, or just 100%ing Spider-Man 2 on all 6 of its saves. So imagine one platinum trophy, and multiply it by 6. If you want to be even more convinced or compelled, imagine 19 inches of Venom. Now imagine that 6 times. That's a lot of Venom. So now, I actually started this in March, and I procrastinated. It is now October. That is like 7 months ahead. So I'm going to give you to little me all the way back in March to do my intro. It's really, really cringy.
It's been a while since I played Spider-Man 2. I actually deleted it off my PlayStation for a little bit, and then I lost storage, like I could not get it back because of all my recordings. But it's back now, and I'm as fresh as ever. Oh, I forgot about these guys. Ah! Leave me alone! Go away! Go away! Bro! Birdie. When were they like this? Ah! Okay, so maybe I'm a bit rusty. But that's okay. I'll pull myself together to get... How many trophies do I need? 30! Okay, fine. I'll get 30 trophies, I guess. I already have 13. That's good. So, what do I start with? Me? Do a voiceover.
Most certainly, little me. So, trophy videos are very hard to format, especially when I'm doing it 6 times. So I'm just going to go through the story and give you all the side quests I also did. So I'm basically going to format this like just a normal platinum trophy. Except I did it 6 times, and you're just going to have to trust me. I'll show you the saves afterwards. I'll show you my midway progress, all that stuff. So let's just start with the story. We start in Brooklyn Visions. Everyone's having a fine time, having a lot of fun.
I'm here.
Miles then has to use the bathroom, which is weird. Who has to use the bathroom in school? Just hold it in like a man.
Can anybody? I need your help.
That's not a joke, kids. Bladder control is a real problem for wall crawlers like us.
Mr. Morales, is it? Are you sure this isn't something you can handle yourself? I'm sure.
Miles can surely do better than Peter, though. That's why he's here.
Let's give him a drink instead.
But that's okay. Miles and Peter save the day in the least lethal way possible. We then get this random cutscene that's not related to the story at all of this freaky man named like Kraven. Like, who even is this guy? He's not important. We also gave everyone free Wi-Fi in New York and also stopped an armed robbery, which is weird because people never get Wi-Fi in New York. We also did this bike riding and breaking into school segment with Harry to like reminisce. Sorry, I didn't actually have any clips of this because I only got the cool stuff. Oh, next cool thing. You know that secure prison that no one breaks into? It was hijacked again. We then had to fight a lot of hunters, like maybe a bit too much fighting in my opinion. But then the boat flipped over, there was a lot of explosions, they took Martin Lee. I don't have any footage of them taking Lee. Just imagine Emily just like, oh no, oh no, I'm being taken by the hunters, oh no. So that'll be important in the story later, I promise. I then bought all the suits, and then I did a mission for Brooklyn Visions, which got me another trophy by doing the web line. And then I actually broke the level by breaking glass too early. But that led to a whole bunch of side quests, like bringing back the mascot, taking pictures. Shen got me this sick new suit. It's my favorite Miles suit. Plus a trophy, which is very good. The game then throws us at Doctor Strange's place, and we get to do some stealth before meeting Black Cat, who now has Doctor Strange magic. That's pretty cool. We get to chase her down before teaming up with her to defeat some hunters. It's cool combat. Yeah, then we send her to Paris to meet her girlfriend, and now Miles gets to unwind with this really cool DJing segment in I think it's Mysterio's new theme park. It's really calm. It's really nice. I actually love it. It's a really nice mission I look forward to when replaying. Okay, my man cannot catch a break. Oh my god. So now Miles goes home and we play as Peter and gang doing a bunch of mini games they used to do as a kid, I guess. We then also get to unlock some hats that we get to wear on our Spider-Man when hunters attack. It's really cool. We then learn that the Mysteriums are all around New York and we get to just do them as little mini games. It's really cool. They give you an objective and then you gotta defeat a certain amount of enemies with, let's say, you don't take damage. I did them all just to get the trophy. I forgot to tell you, in the last level, Peter forgot his good friend Tombstone in the Steel Foundry. Harry comes to help him even though he was specifically told not to. But it's okay, and I forgot to mention Harry also has superpowers. He has Venom's symbiote, which, by the way, I've heard somewhere, I'm pretty sure, that symbiotes are very sensitive to heat. So, I feel we were teased. We were brought to a friggin' Steel Foundry that's blowing up. But it's no bothers, okay? We saved Tombstone, and we have this really cool, escape mission, even though Harry went the other way, leaving me behind. But it's okay, we got proper bromance. The building then explodes, and I forget to mention, Harry jumps after the explosion. Like an absolute boss, might I add. Look at that. Meanwhile, MJ's at the zoo trying to save Dr. Connors, which is a really bad plan, obviously, because Kraven finds her almost immediately. Then MJ does the stupid move of trying to zap him. Obviously, that does not work. He throws her away and stabs Dr. Kirk Connors with the lizard serum. But never fear, Harry and Peter are here. Very, very late, but they try to buy some time. It does not work, and then Peter goes for Kraven, gets absolutely KO'd with a knife. Kraven absolutely thundercunts him to the other side of the zoo. But never fear, Harry commits insurance fraud and gives Peter his treatment. Now Harry's disabled because he has nothing to heal him. But it's all cool because Peter gets a really cool symbiote. Tobey Maguire? What? I thought we got the symbiote suit in this level. It'll work. So now Peter just beats the crap out of these hunters with the ridiculously OP Tobey Maguire suit. I was not kidding when I said this suit was the only thing keeping Harry alive. Peter and MJ both want to get it back to him, but they don't know how. Peter gives it a try here, but the suit obviously has other plans. We go to a dockyard. We beat up some more of Kraven's goons. A lot more. The combat gets a bit repetitive, but anyway, we bring this guy to a hospital. He tells us to go to a party. So obviously we do, and we bring our finest tux. We go in and we meet a really nice household cat. Her name is Dima, she's really nice. We even put on our suit so we can be extra friendly with her. Then of course, Peter kills the cat. Peter even gives a chef's kiss to animal abuse. Her owner's mad for other reasons and throws a chair near us but not at us. We then have to fight some more guys like this guy, who we gave a very nice fate to. We then go to church for some mass and we get rudely interrupted by that cat's owner. He's still mad at that unrelated reason. We beat him with ease, don't worry. Once we enter the church, it is Sunday after all. We need to do our mass. We accidentally push him into the bell and we jump up to apologise. Our little tendril thingies are getting mad. Then we realise, wait a minute, you owe us that serum. So, obviously, he kindly gives back the serum. Then Kraven accidentally bumps into the bell, triggering us, but don't worry, we make a kind little escape through a window that was already open. Peter then goes to Connor's house to find him, but he forgets that Kurt had already invited people over. But don't worry, Peter kindly tells them to leave. Meanwhile, Miles is on this date with this deaf chick, but then he's called into action, and he has to now meet up with Peter, where they think the lizard is. They meet downstairs and they realize, uh-oh, we've worn the same outfit again. It quickly changes from finding him to chasing him. They're now in competition with the hunters to get there first. Obviously they do, but now they have to alley-oop on a friggin' hunter drone. Peter insists on going in alone even though Miles offered help, so Peter chases after the lizard. This leads to a Spider-Man oopsie-daisy moment where the lizard finds him and gives us a 4-stage boss fight. The boss fight's pretty simple and it leads us outside for a wild lizard chase. Eventually we catch up, but of course the hunters have to interfere and ruin the whole thing. No worries though, we got this under control. Okay, maybe we don't. Peter's now fed up, and even though he's being dragged across the ground, still takes down the 2 hunter cars, now still chasing the lizard, until eventually Lizard meets a dead end on a rooftop where Kraven shoots him down with this explosive crossbow he has. I think he got it from Fortnite. But we chase the lizard down, we jump down, and then we get to the final phase of the boss fight. It's really easy, and now we've cured the lizard. Peter insists on holding the lizard's mouth open like it's a mother trying to force-feed a child vitamins. It's really badass when the music plays and the lizard falls into the water and freaking drowns. Now this random-ass non-lizard dude is giving me a side-eye as if I got the story wrong. Now MJ's crawling out of the basement trying to escape the hunters. Okay, I think I should explain what happened. I don't actually have the clips once again, but Peter's symbiote is taking control of him, and now he's asleep but the symbiote's awake and is killing people. So MJ's gonna try stop it. MJ gets Miles to seal her and Peter into a tunnel because she thinks he can talk him out of this. She obviously can't. Peter then starts staring her down like he's had one too many beers that night. This then leads to a pretty gnarly chase scene. For a Spider-Man game, this is actually pretty good. Miles sees his Uncle Steve falling off a crane, so he decides to save him, but then he realizes, wait a minute, I don't have an Uncle Steve. And bam! Drugged just like that and captured by Kraven. But wait a second! It was all just a dream, let's go! Oh. No, Miles is still captured. Oh. Now he has to fight Martin Lee in front of everyone, just to prove that he's worthy of fighting Kraven, I think. Or just to get rid of Martin Lee, because he's not worthy of Kraven. It's a pretty good boss fight. I did die a couple times when I replayed it, but it's really easy for me now. After doing 3 phases of his boss fight, he teleports us to his own world inside of our head, and he torments us with our friends and family, telling us that they hate us. Then, eventually, he brings out Miles' father, which is real foul play. But Miles has enough, unlocks a new move, and finally defeats Martin Lee. But he doesn't kill Martin Lee like he intended to. He frees Martin Lee so he can find other Spider-Man and save the day. Martin Lee stays true to his word and tells Spider-Man. Spider-Man's already corrupt by the symbiote though, but he still goes to find him anyway, doing anything to get to Kraven and to stop this once and for all. Kraven then traps Spider-Man in this little box thing, which, let's be real, any of us could get out of. Kraven also uses Miles' motivation, which gets Spider-Man to just bust the box open immediately. And this boss fight was actually one of the hardest in the game. Harder than the final boss fight, in my opinion. Harder than the boss fight right after this. Spider-Man stops trying to kill Kraven and realizes Kraven's kind of cute. And Kraven's into that too, because Kraven's freaky as ever and asks to go harder. I forgot to tell y'all, I'm reading my fanfiction. Sorry. I'll continue. Miles does not like this romantic tension and blasts Kraven away, which obviously angers Spider-Man, because Spider-Man has never found true love. Miles tried to apologize, but it's too late. Spider-Man's already over Kraven and has a grudge against Miles, so now he has to fight him. This boss fight was the easiest in the game, and once we complete this level, we get a trophy. Peter goes to the lab to find Connors, but Harry's the only one there. Harry's really mad that Peter doesn't want to give him the symbiote, so he starts swinging at him, getting mad at him, until the container breaks and Harry gets a hold of the symbiote. Thus forth, creating our beloved 19 inches of Venom. We then get to play through the rest of the level as Venom, which is really fun. We get to fight hunters, and then eventually we get to fight Kraven, and even kill him, which was a real shocker. We literally bit his head right off, like, I think that's the first death in the series since that chick from Miles Morales. Venom then shows us how he wants to heal the world with us by basically copying Web of Shadows and turning everyone into symbiotes, which they do. So now we're at the final part of the game, where we now have to stop Venom from doing this to, like, the whole world, I guess. A lot of stuff happens in this last part. Like, we fight MJ, who Harry turned into the symbiote Scream, if you know who that is. Then we get the anti-Venom as well, which is our way of defeating Venom and just the symbiotes around the world. Yes, there's symbiotes around the world, because Venom freaking Web of Shadowed the whole world. And now there's symbiotes all over New York. So yeah, we got the anti-Venom, and now it's time for the final boss fight. The final boss fight is one of the easiest in the game, but it's one of the funnest. Basically, Harry wants Peter to heal the world with him, but Peter obviously does not want to because healing the world would basically destroy the world because, you know, it's symbiotes. And in this segment of the game, Harry grows freaking wings, bro, and just flies away. He's just flying for the rest of the boss fight. It's not hard. Actually, when he flies, it's easier. But it's just so funny. I'm pretty sure he does that in Web of Shadows, too. But it's really funny. Miles and Peter have to alternate between fighting Venom. It's much easier to fight him as Miles because he's in the air. Peter has to make, like, a very hard sacrifice. The voice acting in this final fight is one, like, it's some to remember. Like, it's really good. The objective is basically to destroy the meteorite in the particle accelerator at EMF. So Peter has to be the one to distract Venom, I guess, while Miles and MJ do that. And obviously Harry is Peter and MJ's beloved friend, so Peter does not want to lose Harry again. So this is really hard and emotional for Peter. And Harry says himself, he has to kill him. You can't save Harry at this point. Harry needs to die for the world to be saved. So that's an even harder sacrifice. But at the end of the day, it's Spider-Man and he comes to do it. And it's just an amazing boss fight. It's very underrated in my opinion. A lot of people love it. A lot of people are a bit on the fence about it. It's great, and once you complete it, you get a trophy. So that's Spider-Man 2. The story, I got some trophies, I got a couple left. And originally I wanted to do, okay, here's the flame, okay, here's the symbiote nests. But no, I don't have time, I don't have space, I cannot do it. So I'm going to flash them all on the screen now, and then I'll give a final message afterwards. So thank you.
Playing this yeah, we should put this no, okay. Took a while, that took a while. Yeah. Yeah.
And I did it 5 more times. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just seen me 600% Spider-Man 2. If you want a series on this, on just the Spider-Man games, or me 600% in games in general, please comment that down below, because this is really fun, even though it's a lot of work. I love editing, I love making videos for you guys, so I hope you enjoyed. If you guys stayed to the end, you're real ones, and if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free, and it'll make us both feel good. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.